Well, welcome to Trailwise. I'm Nena Barlow. Today we are on our way to Moab, Utah from Sedona, Arizona, and taking a little stop off in Flagstaff for starters. I'll show you some of our other favorite places along the way. We're taking up an empty trailer as we have to pick up a Jeep. We're hauling some tires and some Jeep parts, so just kind of typical Barlow business. I'm also going to be doing some training while I'm up in Moab with the BLM and the Park Service while I'm up there. My ride today is Ellie. You've seen her before. She's my 2017 Ram Trucks Power Wagon, 73,000 Nena miles. Most of those are actually towing miles. If she's not towing, she's usually off in the dirt, the sand dunes or the rocks, working really hard. So that she's very comfortable on the highway too. Follow along. Thanks for being here. This is my favorite burrito place in Flagstaff. They're open today. Today I got the breakfast burrito. This bacon, potatoes, eggs, cheese, papas. This one, please. So it's about a 6.5 hour drive from Sedona to Moab. The whole drive is gorgeous. So while I'm driving, I'll be listening to audiobooks. I have found that listening to audiobooks about meditation is not really great while you're driving. So I'm pulling into Shanto Marketplace. They just built this a couple of years ago. It's my favorite stop because it is exactly halfway between Sedona and Moab. You've got a nice big station here that's truck and trailer friendly. They've got a great mini mart and big clean bathrooms and all that good stuff. As we drive through Monument Valley, I'm reminded that this is, of course, the Navajo Nation. And even though it's located within the confines of, mostly Arizona and Utah and New Mexico, within the boundary of the United States, it is a sovereign nation. And the best way I can describe for visitors coming across Navajo Reservation, Monument Valley, Canyon de Chelly, Kayenta, Tuba City, Shanto, is just treat it like it's all private property, and how you would want people to, not just like show up in your driveway and take off hiking or be taking photos and stuff like that. There are very clear visitor areas, services like gas stations and restaurants and things like that. And beyond that, it's not just open for us to go explore wherever we want without explicit permission from the tribe or the families. So this is the famous Forrest Gump spot where you see him running up in the morning light. Obviously it's not great light right now. Very popular picture spot. This spot has become just a tourist attraction in its own right. It's mile marker 13, just north of the Arizona-Utah border on the north side of Monument Valley. Please don't be a tourist standing in the middle of the highway to take your photos. You can see the speed limit through here is 65 miles an hour. This is Mexican hat. We just crossed the San Juan River. That's kind of the northern boundary of the Navajo Reservation. We're in Utah, so Mexican Hat, Utah. And it's kind of a river rafting town, a little bit of a river rat town. Right by the Mexican Hat itself, there's some Jeep roads that go down in. You can actually find some great campsites right down at the river. My favorite one requires a Jeep, not a power wagon, let alone a power wagon pulling a trailer. So we're not going to go down there today, but just a little inside tip there. Coming into the Valley of the Gods, which is just north of Monument Valley. And like I mentioned before, once you cross the San Juan River, you're no longer on the Navajo Reservation. So this is actually BLM land. This is federal land that you can dispersed camp on. And subsequently, this happens to be one of my favorite stops when I need to camp between Sedona and Moab. So this is just in the first mile here from the highway. The road goes back in here about 10 miles. Actually, it's about a 20-mile loop to do the whole thing. It's a beautiful drive, even if you're not camping, just worth the drive. It's really SUV friendly. Any SUV should, and Subaru friendly. Crossovers are fine. There's also plenty of offshoot, Jeep roads if you want to get a little bit away from the crowd, especially if you're looking for that dispersed campsite that you're not going to see a bunch of #van lifers. Lots of options down here. We're coming through Bluff, Utah, another river rat hangout. This is a cute little town, a couple of restaurants, a couple of hotels, sleepy little town. It is now finding itself at the doorstep of the new Bears Ears National Monument. So, mark my words, in 20 years, this will be quite the bustling gateway to some of the most spectacular public lands in Utah out here. So we're just south of Blanding, Utah. We're coming in on Highway 191. We're climbing the grade. The speed limit's 65 miles an hour, and at the top of the grade, it's going to drop to 55. And a little pro tip: don't speed in Blanding. You gotta be really careful driving through Monticello. This is there's a lot of deer, especially in the evening time we're coming into. They're gonna be very active. They used to have signs up along this section of the highway that said how many deer accidents there had been every year to date. Fortunately, they've taken the driving privileges away from the deer, and they were able to take those signs down. We're not seeing that problem as much anymore. So here we are in beautiful Moab. Of course, the sun is setting. We've got some great light on the rocks. It's always beautiful here. Thanks for following along on our road trip today from Sedona to Moab. Find out about all of our trips and training and Jeep rentals on our website at barlows.us. Follow us on Twitter at Trailwise Media. Follow us on Instagram at Barlow_adventures. Like and subscribe here and tell us what you want to see. We got, 4x4 driving tips, four-wheel drive recovery, equipment, camping, sand dunes, rocks, the Rubicon Trail, all the stuff we do at Barlow's. Well, it's no Arizona sunset, but it does